Two young female officers of the Indian Army, Kavya and Sanya, became close friends during their training. It was the last day of their training, and the next day was their passing out parade. They realized that they would soon be posted to different locations and might not meet again. That night, Kavya suggested, "Sanya, why don't we spend some time together tonight? Let's go for a long drive. The night atmosphere on the quiet roads will be pleasant." Sanya agreed, and they rented a car for the night. They decided to head toward a highway with less traffic and a serene environment. After some time, they came across a roadside dhaba. They stopped there for tea and snacks. The owner of the dhaba asked, "Why are you out so late?" Kavya replied, "We're just going a bit further. We've booked a hotel ahead." The man looked serious and said, "Don't go further on this road. Strange things happen there. People say that those who venture there at night don't return." Sanya laughed. "People here are so superstitious. We're army officers. We don't need to be afraid." Ignoring his warning, they resumed their journey. A short while later, they saw a young girl, around 14 to 15 years old, standing by the roadside, asking for a lift. Kavya stopped the car and asked, "What are you doing here so late? Where is your house?" The girl said, "My house is nearby. Can you drop me there?" Sanya responded, "Of course. You shouldn't be out here alone at this hour. Get in the car." The girl quietly sat in the back seat. Kavya asked again, "Where is your house?" The girl pointed backward. Kavya frowned and said, "If your house is behind us, why didn't you mention it earlier?" They turned the car around and headed in the direction the girl had indicated. After a short drive, they saw a small hut by the roadside. Sanya, puzzled, said, "Why didn't we see this hut earlier? It's in such an obvious spot." They stopped near the hut, and Kavya told the girl, "Go on, you're home now." The girl walked toward the hut, and Sanya decided to follow her. As Sanya reached the hut, she saw an old woman sitting outside, weaving a basket. The girl entered the hut, and suddenly, the old woman began wailing in a strange voice. The girl, now inside, smiled eerily and called out, "Come inside. Stay here for a while." Sanya froze in fear. She turned to see Kavya calling out to her from the car, "Come back. Let's leave." When Sanya got into the car, she told Kavya what she had seen. Kavya, in turn, said, "While you were near the hut, I saw shadows moving inside and strange figures around it. It felt terrifying. We need to get out of here immediately." They drove on, but soon realized they were repeatedly returning to the same spot. Suddenly, Kavya looked in the rearview mirror and froze. "Sanya," she whispered, "the girl is in the back seat again." Sanya slowly turned around and saw the same girl sitting in the back seat. Kavya recalled her grandmother's advice: if spirits get someone to agree to something, they cling to them. It's hard to shake them off. Sanya began reciting the Hanuman Chalisa under her breath. Kavya kept driving slowly. As dawn broke, the girl disappeared from the car, and the road ahead became clear. They could now see the signboards and surroundings that had been invisible earlier. Relieved, they found themselves back at the dhaba. The owner, noticing their pale faces, said, "You must have gone down that road, didn't you?" They nodded and recounted their ordeal. The man said, "Very few people return alive from there. You're lucky to have made it back." Kavya turned to Sanya and said, "We thought these were just superstitions, but now we know there are things beyond our understanding." Sanya nodded and replied, "Perhaps it was our training that kept us mentally strong and helped us survive this experience." They decided never to take such risks again. This haunting experience gave them a new perspective on life and a lesson. Courage isn't always about facing fear. Sometimes, it's about knowing when to stop. The story ends here, but the incident remained a lifelong lesson for Kavya and Sanya. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, comment, and share. Subscribe to our channel for more spine-chilling tales.